Greetings, people of the world, with Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail live here on Twitch. And I only wish you guys could have seen the scenery behind me if I went on air like 15 minutes earlier, because there were a lot of people huddled around the Aetheryte here in the first town, Huswatawi. And so now it's just myself and my Chocobo ready to embark on this path. So let's go and do this. So first things first, change into Paladin armor. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's see who needs help. We need to, looks like no fewer than 7 quests here in Huswatawi alone. Yeah, there's a lot of quests here in Huswatawi. And as you can see, we do have flying ability, which is useful. So let's begin the process by speaking with this female Mikote Piaho to take on her quest entitled Gentle Giants. Piaho sees the way you have been eyeing the Ronique.
Welcome, friend. This is here where we look after the town's Ronique, but I'm guessing you already knew that. I take it your being here means you've taken an interest in these gentle giants?
I guess you could say I have.
We use them for moving wagons, people, just about everything, really. I don't know what we'd do without them. Say, how would you like to feed one of them? No need to be shy. Take this and try giving it to one of the right here. Poor thing was sick, but they're on the mend and could do with a little food. Despite appearances, they're easily frightened. If they shy away from you, I recommend a quick pet and a scratch behind the ear first.
Petting it is. So yeah, this recuperating Ronique will get this little pet from yours truly. And responds in kind. The Ronique wags its tail as it leans into your hand. It seems to have taken a liking to you. So let's go ahead and have a snack. Yeah, he's wondering why we're still here. Well, here's why. The Ronique turns its head. It seems to have no interest in your feed. Oh. Well, that's not good. What do we do, Piaho?
Something the matter?
He's not hungry.
Won't he? Well, that's no good. They need to if they're going to get better. When all else fails, the Ronique never turn down a generous helping of corn. I keep a bag in the cart there just for such an occasion. See if they won't take a bite.
Corn it is. Was this provided by the corn servant? Let's go ahead and pick it up. Yes. Evening begins to settle in here in Shaolani. Yeah, try this. Oh, seems to react quite well to this one. The Ronique's eyes light up as it happily munches on the corn. There we go.
I see they've rediscovered their appetite. Good. The Ronique do so much for us, it's only right that we keep them healthy and happy. The Het'Saro in particular regard the Ronique with great reverence. They call the beast Het'So, meaning leader of souls in the Het'Saro tongue. They look to the Ronique for guidance in a great many things, and they even migrate together. Around this time of the year, you'd like to find them around Lake Towan. If you'd like to learn more about the Ronique, you could do worse than pay them a visit.
I'll keep that in mind. So, we'll take our 403,000 experience points and 1,044 gil. And that's one quest taken down in short order. Looks like the next quest is going to be among these cacti that are being cultivated by Kippaship. Let's go ahead and speak with him to take on the quest entitled Taste of the Wilds. Kippaship is in need of a traveler with a little time to spare. Can't say I've seen you here before. A traveler passing through, I'll take it. Before I set off, would you be willing to lend me a hand? It's a simple thing, really. Just a small delivery of nopales and tuna. Take these to Nikawatene at the saloon and Sanaya by the Ronique stables. When you're finished, come back here and I'll see if I can't put together a little something for your troubles. Very well. Well, since one is conveniently close by, in the saloon as was mentioned, let's go ahead. Yeah, bartender, no less. Hello there, Nick Wateni. Welcome, friend. If you're looking away your whistle, I got just the thing. Do you need this stuff, though, to get it going? Why, this is the nopales and tuna I ordered. I certainly wasn't expecting you to be the one to deliver it. If you've never tried them, I highly recommend it. Removing the needles can be something of a hassle, but nopales can be used for all sorts of cooking. And the tuna can be used for desserts if you peel them, or squeeze to make juice. Thank you for the quick delivery. Yeah, I know that must sound weird to you, but one of the ingredients you can get from fighting the wild nopali tenders is actually called nopali tender tuna. And yeah, it's not fish, it's actually a part of their plants that I guess is considered to have a delicate flavor like tuna or something, or it has a similar texture to tuna. I'm not really sure. Yeah, here's Sanaya, the first guy. Actually, this isn't the first guy we met when we came here into Shaolani, but he's also working the Ronin stable. Gods, am I thirsty. Well, worry no more. For me, from the Nopales farmer, his time is as impeccable as always. Water lane as they are, Nopales and tuna can be lifesavers when you're traveling about the wilds. Lucky for me, they make great feed for the Ronik as well. My thanks for the delivery, sir. You're quite welcome. Alright, back to Kipper ship. Flying through the air on a early evening. Came back to him. Careful not to throw myself right into the cacti. Your empty hands tell me you finished making the deliveries. And what did you think, seeing their elation for a delivery of fresh nopales? Pique your interest, or maybe it worked up your appetite? You rarely find it eaten anywhere outside of the wilds, but someday I hope to share the joys of nopales cuisine with all Tyrol. No, the world! A far-fetched dream perhaps, but so long as travelers like yourself happen to be passing through, that's one more person I can reach. The next time your stomach growls with hunger, I hope you'll consider answering with fresh nopales. It's a shame we're not getting any for our own reward, but we'll still take the 699 gil along with the 403,000 experience points. Alright, moving on. This time we are going into the saloon. And there's quite a few quests to take here, including from the bartender Yamawi. Let's go and speak with her to take on her quest entitled A Sobering Proposition. Unruly patrons have Yamawi at wit's end.
Now, what am I supposed to do?
Hello there, young lady.
Say, you strike a rather imposing figure. Can I ask a favor of you? A few of our regulars have gotten a little too deep in their cups, and all their commotion is starting to turn away customers. They refuse to leave, and there's not much more I can do without stirring up trouble. Someone as entertaining as you, on the other hand, could get away with a great deal. In fact, I wager you could douse them with water and they'd go sooner home than lift a finger against you. Well, there's a well not far from here if you'll be willing to try and sober them up.
Yeah, I guess if she's as intimidating as I claim, maybe I should put my helmet on to hammer that point home. So yeah, here's the well. Conveniently located next to a cerulean oil rig. Use the water well to sober up the unruly patrons. There are 3 of them. Alright, which one of you wants it first? How about over here? No, I don't want to hear it. I don't pay you to talk, now go and get my drink. Drink this then. Look at me with a real nice horn that's cold. What are you trying to do, drown me? I'm too tired for this, I'm going home. If you can find your way there. Later, Mr. Tatty. And over here.
Hey, do you know what time it is? I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You seem to be falling asleep.
What was that for? Damn it, now I need to go and get changed.
I think the last one is chilling upstairs. Yeah, this cheerful drunkard who's dancing the night away, actually.
Come on, don't be shy. Just follow the rhythm and let your hips do the rest.
Well, if you want to dance, do it while sober.
Hey, what are you? And I was just getting warmed up. Oh, God, what time is it? The boss will kill me if I'm late again.
Well, get to sleep first, then worry about whether or not you're going to be late for work. Alright, there you go, my lady.
I saw the whole thing. Thank you so much. They can get carried away sometimes after a few drinks, but they're good folk. Miners and railroad workers, a lot of them, as are most of the people who pass through here. After a long, grueling day, they'll often stop by and unwind for a good spell. It's only when they get a little too comfortable that it starts to become a problem. A problem for another day, thanks to you. I know it's not much, but I'd like you to have this. After all, your help is the least I can offer.
Well, thank you very much. So we'll take our 403,000 experience points and 785 gil. Yeah, and now she brings the tray back. Yeah, suddenly it disappeared when I was talking to her, and now it's reappeared again. Also, I can take off the helmet for the time being. Now over to Mr. Bartender Nikatene. Yeah, all of these names are always so hard to pronounce. Let's go ahead and speak with them to take on our next quest entitled A Private Delivery. The sight of you sets the wheels in Nikatene's head to turning. You're not from around here, are you? Maybe folks won't take notice if I send a stranger instead. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I have a package I need delivered here to the saloon. Nothing unsavory, mind, but I need it kept safe from curious hands and prying eyes. If you'd be willing to help a desperate soul in need, make for the Tulio trailhead. A merchant should be there waiting, hopefully somewhere out of sight. Out of sight? Why is that exactly, Nikatene? Right, out into the wilds. We will have to come back here later because there is a quest right here at the border. Our person of interest is right over here. Something you need? Actually, there is. Nikotene sent you, did he? All this trouble and he couldn't be asked to pick it up himself. Well, it's his money and a rather hefty sum at that. Ordered this beauty all the way from Okapacha. He'd be understandably cross were anything to happen to that crate, so do be careful. Yeah, so, yeah, deliver to a discreet location behind the saloon in Husatari before time runs out. You have 2 minutes to complete the task. Yeah, we can't just warp this thing back. We gotta carry it manually. So out into the wild we go. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to wonder what the heck is in this thing. We may never know. But who knows, he might be willing to parlay that information to us. If nothing else, the concentration of enemies is virtually non-existent. So you don't need to be worried about feral opposition. All we have to do is just get it where it needs to go. And it seems like now in every location there's at least one of these carrying quests. We gotta carry something heavy to an unusual location. Or to get it to a city or something like that. Yeah, this spot is definitely unusual. We're just jumping it by the back door. You arrive back at the saloon with the package safely in tow. Ikateni will be glad to hear both you and the creator in one piece. Yeah, meanwhile the clock is still ticking. Thankfully, it just ends when you drop the crate. Alright, sir. It's still in then? Good, good. Can't tell anyone, but that package is a bottle of premium Popoto mezcal. You can find mezcal plenty in Dawntrail, and I personally never thought much of the stuff until the Popoto changed things, that is. Story goes that a Popoto merchant visited one of their distilleries and complained about the poor quality of their wares. Gutted by the insult, the owner was fit to throw him out. Then they tried the merchant's mezcal. Wasn't long before the Popoto way of distilling was adopted and refined, and for me, it was love at first sip. If anyone were to see me here with a bottle, it'd be empty before I could pour myself a glass. Well, thanks to you, I'll be relaxing this evening with my favorite drink. Here, a little something for your trouble. Yeah, those Popoto have their ways, don't they? So we'll take our 403,000 experience points, 832 gil, plus a choice of food. We have the spaghetti al olio de pepperoncino for healers, the sweet muffin for mage DPS, the tacos al pastor for tanks, and we have tart tirali tart also for mage DPS. So since there's nothing here ready for me right now, because I'm currently on my tank mode, we'll take the tacos al pastor. Alright, let's move on. 3 more quests to go in and around the town. And 2 are pretty much right next to each other. Let's speak with this tripled civilian out by the laundry, and we'll take on her quest entitled Death by Popoto. Crop infestations are one thing, but what happens when the crops are the infestation? Also, this guy was expecting a female Rogadin or something. Good evening to you, traveler. It looks like you're no stranger to danger. If so, I've got a job for you. Lately, we've been inundated with flying Popotos. Don't let the name fool you, they're nasty little critters. We laid out some repellent a while back, but the effect seems to be wearing off. Ever since that enormous storm appeared, we've had all kinds of trouble to deal with, and I just can't find the time to lay down any repellent. That must be why those darn Popotos have been showing up in droves. At this rate, the whole place will be overrun. I'd go there myself, but I'd make a meal out of me lickety-split. Reckon you could take care of it for me? Oh, and the repellent doesn't take effect right away, so any flying Popotos already there will probably need culling the old-fashioned way. If you could take care of that too, you'd be doing us all a huge favor. Very well. In 3 different locations. Let's be on our way and fly out there. This one is conveniently the closest, so we'll hit this one first. So yeah, let's get ready if needed. And yep. And this is what they're talking about. It's a shame I don't have better light to show you what the heck we're up against here. But just to give you the idea. Just want to show that off at least. One's down, 2 are down. Let's go left first. Yeah, that ultimately is where we're gonna go, but later on. Yeah, we gotta deal with the undercard first. Nothing to worry about over here. So let's hit up the other side. Alright, coming in. Any combat over here? No, we're fine. That's news for me, so let's go ahead and warp on back. Still make myself plenty of my tea to try and help me out. But I've also made it a point to try and switch things up as well by... I'm worried that I don't have this problem anywhere else with my throat, so I'm worried it may be in my apartment, so I got myself an air purifier recently. Let's speak with the civilian first. All done? That ought to keep him away for a while at least. You see, until we figured out how to make a repellent out of bitter smelling juices, those Popotos wreak havoc on our crops, eat our Ronique, Heck, they'd even tried to take a bite out of more than one of the residents. We tried asking the Dustwatch to come deal with them, but they didn't want to get involved in cutting wild tubers. And setting up a perimeter fence was another option, only we're short on people and building materials. That's why we came up with a repellent. Anyway, I'd only be chewing your ear off about all that. You've done us a good turn and I won't soon forget it. So we'll go ahead and take our 403,000 experience points and 699 gil. Yeah, I'm hoping whatever I can be able to do with the air purifier will help me out, but I have of course turned it off while I'm streaming because it does get pretty loud. So now let's move on to Haseo here, and we'll take on his quest entitled Fruitful Endeavors. Haseo is seeking help with a fruitful endeavor.
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to be presumptuous, but you're one of those venturesome travelers I've heard so much about, aren't you? I'm looking for some help procuring tuna. It's well loved by connoisseurs of fruit, but what I require is no ordinary tuna.
Yeah, probably whatever is in the crates.
No, the fruit I'm after comes from a particularly fruitful Nopala tender. While I'd normally be happy to go out and hunt for it myself, they're as big as a house. I'd be stomped in the ground or impaled before I could even get close.
Yeah, it seems like it'll take more than 1,000 needles.
If you're willing, take this powder and sprinkle it about in the field to the north of town. One of those bastards is sure to show up before long.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of how much of the Nopali tuna is in there. And also in the barrels too. So let's go and do what needs to be done. Right over here. At the base of a fruit-filled cactus. Oh, and I stumbled into a spot I hadn't yet uncovered. Now lying in wait at the appropriate location, which is right over here. So, as we wait, yeah, here is what they're talking about. I mean, just look at this thing. I'm trying to get myself set up for a suitable thumbnail, but it's easier said than done. But yeah, he wasn't kidding when he said big as a house. Like, it's getting to that point. Yeah, show me what you can do there, big boy. Wow, we cut its head right off. Wow. We're getting savage here. Alright, let's head on back. Right there, Haseo.
There you are. Any luck with the Nopala tender?
Yes, indeed. There you go.
You actually did it! I've never seen such a juicy tuna. They said to promote good health, you know. My parents would give them on to me on special occasions when I was a kid, and it's believed that they help fortify a child's constitution. In fact, I've heard the Shitona crush up the stalks to use for waning. As for why I hope to procure this rare treat, it's nearly my daughter's name day, and I thought this might cheer her up considering all that's happened recently. I don't have much, but please, take this. You've more than earned it.
Well, thank you very much. So, he gives us 403,000 experience points, 785 gil, plus an item level 669 earring coffer. And for the last quest here in Kusatawi, we'll head on over to this farm, where the corn servant is lurking. Yeah, we had to see him sooner or later, so yeah. He's here of all places, I guess, admiring his brethren. Maybe that's what's happening, I don't know. Let's speak with the corn servant again to take on our next quests, and the last one here in Kusatawi, entitled Tastes Like Home. The corn servant's rustling can only mean one thing. How good to see you! Keeping your belly full throughout your adventures, I hope? Indeed I am. A most terrible stomach rumbling drew me to this place, but I'm afraid I cannot yet make my presence known to the people here. Might I beg your assistance? Of course. It is an otherwise strapping Tonawontan man in dire need of sustenance. If you would, follow me. Alright, let's go follow him. So it's over here somewhere. Behind this house. We find this Tonawanta. Hello there. So you feel it? That foul wind sweeping across the wilds. Stings like this, pains in my stomach every time I think about what I did. All I wanted was to get away from home and get out of inheriting that damn farm. I thought if I could find some rhythm out here, I'd strike it rich. So I used every pail to mine names by mining equipment, and I started digging. Day in and day out, hoping to find something, anything, to recoup what I'd lost. All I've found since coming here is disappointment. So what do we do? Oh dear, his stomach is gripped by deepest despair. What he needs is something to rekindle the flame of hope in his belly. This should serve. Corn roasted with the fiery passion that burns in my bosom! Corn servant, you are a card, to put it mildly. Roasted corn? That takes me back. Ma used to cook this stuff all the time. Cause I was such a horrible kid. Never listened, always complained, but she loved me anyway. If anything happened to me out here, she'd... Well, I don't want to think about it. I should go home and apologize. Maybe see about working those corn crops. The irony. Well, corn servant? Thank goodness we arrived when we did. The roasted corn served well to help remedy what ails him so. Left unchecked, his frustration may well have led to anger he could have unleashed on himself or others. With a full belly, however, he had the clarity of mind to remember what matters the most to him. His family. Yeah, can I introduce you to Zeralja? The rumbling of bellies has ceased here in Husatawi, and so I believe it is time I took my leave. Take care, my friend! Well, until we meet again there, current corn servant, but where are we going to find you next? So we'll take our 403,000 experience points and another 2 ears of Turali corn. Yeah, he just gives ears of Turali corn away like they're candy. Anyway, Husatawi is cleared out, so now that means there's other places we can go. Of course, we can go over here, pick up this quest, and of course, there's more quests over here and around the other 2 settlements. It looks like there's just the 5 of them to go, so yeah, what do you say we head on off to Walata Ninya Wasa?